How are we doing, guys? Moose here, back for episode 11 of our West Ham United career mode. Got an action-packed episode for you here. We're going to catch up to real life, which is fantastic. Of course, we're playing Everton the first game, which is where West Ham are actually at in the Barclays Premier League this year. They just played Everton, of course, and Dimitri Payet was viciously hacked on. He's out for 3 months. Disgraceful tackle. I don't want to talk about it any further, but it was terrible. We're going to avenge Dimitri in this matchup here in FIFA. I think is the way we're going to have to look at it. Obviously, huge game against Everton, though. They're doing very, very well in the league, as we'll take a look at the league standings. You see, they are in 4th, just a single point behind us. They actually do have the best goal difference in the Premier League right now, so they're off to a hot start. Players to watch: Dimitri Payet, the man, the myth, the legend for us. Kevin Morales, the Belgian midfielder, winger type player for Everton, also in their players to watch. And I will note him because he is on my short list. I think we will need a winger, if not in January, then one going into next season. He's a player I'm definitely looking at bringing in because he's a player that always does well against West Ham. So I thought, let's bring him in, put him in a West Ham United shirt. He's got a great combination of pace. He's very, very technical, and he's also excellent at free kicks, so I thought he would be fantastic for us. But we've reinstated our basic starting lineup here. Sacco up front, Payet behind, Moses, Lanzini on the wings, etc., guys we usually go with. We'll be back in live here in the showers against Everton. Tim Howard in goal. Funes Mori in defense with them, with Jagielka. Baines, of course, the left back we're going to have to watch out for. McCarthy, the dirty tramp, in holding midfield. Deulofeu, of course, very, very strong. Morales, Barkley as well, and Lukaku, the man who always scores against West Ham United up front. But great chance early on. Payet with a lovely free kick that Tim Howard pushes onto the post. What a save here. We actually had to use the goal decision system to prove that he kept out. You can see he just has his hands behind it. What a perfect free kick from Payet to the near post. He's just gotten so unlucky on those that he hasn't scored one yet this year. He's been so dangerous from them, just hasn't been able to beat the keeper as of yet. Hopefully we will. But he plays the ball, and then the 15th minute corner for Lanzini, and it goes just over the crossbar. Fantastic chance for a player you wouldn't expect to score a header, but he does have a great chance. Payet again whips the ball in the 26th minute. Ogbonna with a great header, but straight into the big hands of the American Tim Howard. Barkley then trying to create for Everton into our nemesis Lukaku in the 20th minute. Shots blocked. It falls as close to Barkley, and thankfully for us, he puts his shot into row Z. But 29th minute now. Aaron Cresswell plays the ball down the line to Victor Moses. He cuts inside of Funes Mori. Lays it back. It's deflected into the feet of Payet. Strikes it, and Tim Howard with another fantastic save. The American on his game. He's looking very, very strong this year. And we do have another chance come forward. Payet to whip the ball, where the header from Sacco does manage to get saved again by Tim Howard. He's in fantastic form. Can't seem to beat him. Payet, though, in the ball in the 41st minute. We're creating chances left, right, and center. Payet plays a link up with Sacco. Out wide to Victor Moses. Flicks in. Mark Noble with the header. And the captain, East London, through and through. Marky knows he's Iron, born and bred. And he puts the ball in the back of that lovely header. Great build-up play. Sacco and Payet linking up. Moses then gets the ball on the wing. And just a lovely cushion header from the captain, Mark Noble. Puts the ball past the sprawling Tim Howard and gives us a 1-0 advantage early on. 45th minute now. Another great chance for Payet. He fights through 2 tackles. Eventually goes in. Coleman makes a very nice tackle, and it's cleared away. Chance laid on, though, for Everton. Lukaku whips the ball into the back post of Barkley. He lays it off for Deulofeu. The former Barcelona man comes forward to strike it, and Kiyate with a phenomenal block. I tell you what, that is the block of the season. Look at him just come out of nowhere to block the shot from Deulofeu. Fantastic performance from Kiyate. He's been an absolute rock in holding midfield for us, and that's why we haven't had guys like Obiang and Song coming into the team, because the partnership of Noble and Kiyate has just been that good. Moving into the second half now, Kiyate finds the effort. Sacco come forward. He lays the ball back for Payet. Another chance for Dimitri, and he should have scored 3 goals already today. I'll tell you what, another fantastic chance just goes begging inches wide of the post, thankfully, for Everton. Adrian, though, keeps out the bane of our existence. Lukaku with another good save down to his left. Big hands from him. Carroll's come on as a substitute for Sacco late on the 87th minute, and his flicked-on header is stopped by Tim Howard. Another chance from a corner in stoppage time. Ogbonna lays it down into Noble. Power header blocked by Everton. Out as far as Obiang, who's come on. His shot's blocked by Kiyate. Another strike, and it's a save from Tim Howard. He's been sensational this game. I'll tell you what, shades of Tim Howard versus Belgium is what we're looking at right now. But from the corner, 93rd minute, yet again, we're looking for Andy Carroll, puts it in towards him, he flicks it on, it's saved by Howard yet again. He stopped so many corners today, and Everton with one last chance, back post, Aruna Kone strikes it, and he squibs it wide to the net. He doesn't get full contact, thankfully for us, and that would be all she wrote. The last chance of the game. It's a 1-0 victory on the back of that Mark Noble goal, and 3 more huge points for us. It was a phenomenal end-to-end type of game. Look at 11 shots on target, 14 shots for us, 10 for Everton. Phenomenal performance. Man of the match for me had to be Mark Noble. He was a tank throughout the pitch, up and down. Of course, he did score the winning goal. 2 points goes to Aaron Cresswell, who I thought had a very, very solid game on that left side of the field, linking up with Moses and playing very strong defensively. And 1 point, he seems to get a point every single match, to FIFA's man of the match, Dimitri Payet. I thought he was fantastic. He could have 3 or 4 goals and a couple of assists. He was that good, but Tim Howard stood on his head today and kept us to only 1 goal. And you can see, we'll take a look at some training here. We've got some youngsters. Aldair is our scouted future star we found from Brazil, and Massana, a Spaniard that we did find just with our regular youth scouting academy. A couple of guys that have 90 plus potential, and we want to bring them to that. So we do get a bit of scouting or training in for them. Aldair, you can see, actually is going to go up in an overall point already just from a bit of training. He looks fantastic, as does Massana, looking to go up to 63 nearly. So a couple of fantastic players, a cam and a center forward that we want to train and get them integrated into the team as soon as we can. But next up, rivalry matchup, Tottenham Hotspur, going to be an absolutely crucial matchup. They're near top of the table, joint with us. It's going to be fantastic. You can see we have come out in our our normal strip, Tottenham in their white strip, of course, that they're known for, the Lily Whites. And we look to come away from White Hart Lane with a victory. Of course, it's going to be a tough fixture, always tough going away, especially to a London rival, but we want to do our absolute best. We're joint second with Tottenham Hotspur. A win for them would take, well, either team with a win would take them to the top of the table. Of course, fantastic team they're putting out. Lloris in goals, an absolute monster. Guys like Andros Townsend, Son, and Pace on the wings. Eriksen's really their main player to watch, but no Harry Kane in the lineup today. I believe he was injured, so they will have Clinton Njai in the lineup in his stead. So we do dodge a bullet there from the Hurricane. But our lineup, of course, Sacco, Payet, Moses, Antonio does come into the lineup, our one real change, and does James Tompkins at the back in defense. But Antonio was clamoring for a game I thought we could do with his pace out on the wing. Lanzini didn't impress me a ton in the Everton matchup. He's really been hit and miss, has Lanzini, thus far. He's been very, very good as I talk through it. Just a screamer from Ryan Mason that goes in at the near post. It's a terrible, I mean, it's a half a bad goal because it is at the near post, but who would have thought he would just hammered the ball top corner from that kind of angle, I'll tell you what. But Lanzini's been up and down, like I said. He'll have some games where he just looks like the best player to ever play in FIFA. Other games where he's invisible. So it's one to watch out for. But Antonio trying to do his best, plays the ball in for Sacco, and unfortunately it's just over the top of his head. Or it might have been Payet, excuse me. Either way, near chance there. Great chance for Clinton Njai, who sneaks in behind the defense. And thankfully for us, his header does just go wide at the near post. Adrian would have had a tough time keeping that one out. But Chiante finds Mikel Antonio. He's creating another chance here. Great save from Lloris. Rebound for Sacco, and unfortunately the French goalkeeper does fall on the ball. Of course, our hearts, as we speak, are with the French with the terrible terrorist attacks that did take place this past day. As I record this voiceover, it's just a horrible thing. Prayers, hearts and prayers are with everyone who is affected by that. It's just a horrible, horrible thing to have to get to, or to have to go through, is what I meant to say there. So really, really tough thing. So prayers are with everyone in Paris and in France. But that said, second half, we're taking on Tottenham Hotspur. Ogbonna coming on for Jenkinson. We'll move Tompkins out to right back because I didn't think Jenkinson was having a particularly good game. And we bring on and enter Valencia for Antonio. A bit more pace, a bit more finishing quality moving forward. Payet with a good chance here in the 48th minute, but unfortunately his shot does go inches wide. Another chance for Heung-min Son as he comes in behind the defense, strikes it, and Adrian does very well to take away the angle and force the Korean striker to put the ball wide. Good chance then as Njai is played in. You can see they're getting in behind our defense regularly. Adrian with a heroic save does get fingertips to that one to keep out the former Lyon man. Another good chance as Payet comes forward in the 83rd minute, streaking forward. We've got so many men forward as we need to get that equalizing goal. He's dipped in behind the defense, finds Valencia, shot is saved, but Victor Moses has found us the leveler. He's brought things back all square. spared our blushes. What a finish from the on-loan Chelsea man. Payet made the goal. He does so well. Plays into Valencia, who should have scored, you have to say. But Moses picks up the pieces, gives us the equalizer, and it looks to be a couple of points all square between the two teams. What a finish from Victor Moses. Simple as you like. You just have to put into an empty net. But Valencia proves why he's really been struggling this year. He can't seem to find the back of the net at all. Another good chance that he lets go begging, but thankfully Victor Moses was there to pick up the pieces and find us equalizer. Another good chance for Valencia in the 86th minute. He's done so well to find scoring chances, but he just can't get that clinical finishing touch. Can't enter Valencia. Tottenham, though, with one last chance. 93rd minute. Christian Eriksen on the ball. He finds Heung-min Son. Min Son dances inside of Dimitri Payet. Kouyaté on him. He strikes it. Oh, my word. What a goal. No. Heung-min Son has just scored an absolute belter from 28 yards out with his left peg off the post, and reminiscent of the goal Gareth Bale scored for Tottenham against West Ham United, and I think it was 2012. He scored 2 goals. It was a 3-2 Tottenham victory, and he scored the winner in about the 87th minute. Left peg from about that distance, just top bins, posted in, and Heung-min Son has replicated. We could put the goals side by side and they would look identical. I'll tell you what, phenomenal strike from Heung-min Son, and it does seal the 3 points for Tottenham Hotspur. It's an absolute devastating loss. We thought we deserved the draw. Maybe on the balance of play, Tottenham came away the right victor, but I thought it was pretty even. Man of the match for me had to be Victor Moses. He was FIFA's man of the match. He played phenomenal. 2 points to Angelo Ogbonna, who came on as a substitute, was an absolute tank in central defense. 1 point to Adrian, who really kept us in the game. Can't fault him at all for that second goal. It was a wonder strike from Heung-min Son. And even more devastating, Carl Jensen, another reason he came off was an injury. He's going to be out for 5 days. He'll hopefully be fit for the next match. Tompkins, of course, comes back to me and says, Skipper, thanks for playing me in the last match. He didn't do particularly poorly. He did all right. But maybe not enough to push Ogbonna out of the team just yet. He has pushed Jenkinson out, though. He's not fully fit, recovering from that injury. So we've got Tompkins back into the team at right back. Lanzini's been reinstated because Antonio and Valencia, neither of them impressed me. Valencia, I thought, did much more in terms of creating chances, but he didn't finish him off, and he's a guy that's been known to play as a striker. So not the greatest performance. Carroll's going to get the start up front because Sacco's really been struggling, but we will otherwise have Song coming in for Marky Noble, who didn't play particularly well against Tottenham. So we're just rotating some guys in that struggled, giving some other guys chances against a West Brom team that's not great. Berahino's on the bench. We're going to have the big striker Ricky Lambert to contend with. They've got Gnabry on the wing. A little bit of pace, but not a particularly imposing team. A team that we should most certainly have our way with. And we started off very brightly in the 4th minute. Alex Song finds Aaron Cresswell streaking up the left flank. He does get inside the defense. He beats Gardner, whips the ball and looking for Andy Carroll. It's just touched away by the West Brom defense, but early lightning strikes that we may be ready to find the back of the net. Andy Carroll out wide to Lanzini. Does very well. Shot is deflected. We were looking for maybe a handball call, but Foster does well to collect. Though Lanzini finding Kouyaté, lays it one touch out wide into the field. Kouyaté, I should say, it was Song who played out wide, and unfortunately straight into the hands of Ben Foster. But another good chance, 23rd minute. Payet on the ball, getting it from Alex Song. He strikes a goal. Foster with a really good save, and it's just another chance created. We're knocking on the doorstep, and we should be ready for a goal sooner or later. Song with a really good chance. Finds Victor Moses on the wing. You know he's going to be looking for the big head of Andy Carroll. Plays it in. It's terrible to the back post, but Lanzini takes it down, and he just misses the net by inches. So close to that opening goal. And we really need it because we have to pick up the 3 points. And this could be the chance we're looking for. Kouyaté taken out from the back as the ball's played into him by Tompkins. Surely it has to be. And it is a straight red card on James Morrison, the West Bromwich central midfielder. And that's got to be the chance we're looking for. West Brom will be down to 10 men. Hopefully it'll open up the pitch for us. I'm sure they'll shrink back into their defensive shape. But we need to find the goal. Moses gets it played through to him by Andy Carroll in the 8th minute. He flicks in looking for Zarate. It's through all the way back to Dimitri Payet. Dances past the defender. Strikes it. It's gone off the goalkeeper and in. It's a great finish from Dimitri Payet. Foster with no chance. Payet has to score from 3 yards out, and he makes no mistake about it. Ball played to the back post. Payet picks it up. He strikes it. Actually looks like it comes off the chest of the defender. It was going in for left stick. Now it goes in for a right stick pass. A wrong-footed Ben Foster, and just like that, it has to be the 3 points. West Brom have created nothing the entire match, and now we have that precious goal advantage with 10 minutes to play. I think there's no question we're going to hold on. And that would be it. We would get to the full-time whistle. A massive 3 points, bouncing back from that heartbreaking Tottenham defeat with a fantastic victory. Might not have been the most convincing, but it did the job. Man of the match for me had to be Alex Song. He bossed the midfield, did very, very well. 2 points for James Tompkins and 1 point for the goal scorer Dimitri Payet. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. Of course, big episode coming up in the next one. We have Manchester United away at Old Trafford. It's going to be an absolute cracker. Hope you guys tune in for that. So be sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment. Can't wait to hear your feedback. And we'll see you in episode 12, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.